We're joined by Gillian Brown and Veronica Burton. We will go directly to questions.
Veronica, where does this win rank in all your
Definitely one of the best. I mean, just the way we worked and we fought in that game, especially when we just came off a tough road loss less than a day ago. It was just the heart. That's all we talked about, and I think that shows a lot about this team because there was a lot of heart to beat a team like that and to go into 2 overtimes. Everyone's exhausted. Everyone's right there on the brink of giving up, but I think we really dug in, and I'll never forget this win for sure. Any win against Michigan, I never forget.
Julian, you had career high in points. You had a career high in assists. I think Courtney had a career high in points. Can you just tell me how happy you are that all the pieces clicked together today?
Yeah, I feel like we've had pieces clicking at different times, and today everybody was just on in their each different way. And so when we play like this, like we can beat anybody, and we just showed it.
So for both of you, you both played just about 90 minutes in the last 48 hours. Wanted to ask, when was the last time that happened, first of all? And second of all, how are the legs feeling? Right.
I don't know the last time. I guess Big Ten tournament for me. But regular season, definitely don't know the last time. We just gave a lot of credit to our strength and conditioning coach, Leslie, in the locker room. But a lot of it was mental, too. I think it comes down to mental toughness. Obviously, there's a lot of fatigue on both teams. We're exhausted, but we dug in, and so that's what it comes down to, and it's worth it in the end.
You guys did a great job of keeping your energy up the whole game. Like I don't think I remembered seeing you guys relinquish once. What goes into that, keeping the momentum going throughout the whole thing?
Yeah, I would say a lot of it comes from Veronica and our senior leaders. Just bringing energy, and we all follow that. So it's really once one of them gives energy, then we all kind of follow along. And I would say just everybody on the bench too, 1 through 15, everybody had great energy, and it's contagious.
Yeah. I think the bench played a huge role tonight. And a lot of times it's easy for them to get overlooked, but when you have people that are willing to kind of honestly swallow the ego and just support the team, support the bigger picture. And I think our team has done a great job of that. And we have a very selfless team, and I think honestly we're not winning that game without the people on the bench too. So.
For Julian, defense, obviously, the offensive effort was something, but defensively, I can't count how many times you're on the backside help and blocking shots and wrestling that ball away. And for somebody who's watched this defense for a little while, I mean, you look like a fifth-year senior playing Blizzard out there. Can you speak to your growth within this defensive system as an off-ball defender?
Yeah, it's definitely been a big learning thing, but everybody has helped so much, and just playing I feel like now I've gotten the hang of it more, and the scout, we knew what we needed to do for this game and stop the inside, and so I had a clear okay, this is what I need to do, and kind of just when everybody's working together too, it makes it easier for me. So ball pressure by Veronica and the up-down guards definitely makes it easier for the wings to stop down low.
Veronica, you're sent to the line in the last minute for the win. What's going through your head at that moment with so much pressure?
It was time to put it away. Honestly, I was not willing to play another quarter, so it was time to put an end to it. And I've missed free throws at the end of the games, and I've had my teammates immediately pick me back up. My coaches immediately pick me back up, and I think that honestly has prepared me for these situations. My confidence was at an all-time high, and I knew the game was over as soon as I was going to the line. And I think a big part of that comes from the confidence that my teammates give me.
How was it having Lindsey Pulliam, Abby Scheid, other alumni here today? They were going crazy on the sideline for you.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It's awesome. Anytime they're in town, we love it. I mean, I hear them the entire game. I hear Lindsay screaming the entire game. And they're all just as psyched as us winning that game. And so it just means so much. And I've been through so much with them on the court, off the court. And so to have a night like this where we can celebrate them and honor them is huge.
For both of you, Gillian, you kind of touched on it already, but after this win, what does this show for you guys and your team, and what this team can accomplish?
Yeah, just I feel like we're on an upward trajectory, and we have another big game coming up, so we just got to stay focused and keep doing what we're doing, because the hard work that we put in is showing, and when we play together like that, we really can beat anybody.
Talking about Courtney Shaw,
Yeah.
battling with Naz Hillman all day, and she had 4 fouls for the entire 2 overtimes without fouling out. What can you say about the way she was able to play down low on both ends?
Yeah. Day in and day out, I think Courtney Shaw is one of the most overlooked players in the Big Ten, honestly. I think it's really easy to overlook the contribution that she brings to this team, but we are not even in this game without her. The rebounding, just her willingness to sacrifice her body on the defensive end, on the boards, and she doesn't really care if she scores or not. Honestly, she doesn't. And so I think that we need people like that. I want to play with someone every day like that. So it just shows her character. I think just over her career, she's kind of grown, and I'm so excited for her, honestly.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Assist
13.
and rebounds. 13.
What?
She had 10 rebounds at least. Wow. Okay. I'll get started and we'll just wait back for a minute to bring some stats in. But, what are you going to say? It was a great college basketball game. 2 teams just left everything on the floor. We played great. I thought Michigan played great. There was times when we both struggled. Because both defenses were, it's okay. Both defenses I thought were pretty locked in today, and I thought we were able to do a tremendous job, as you guys mentioned, Courtney Shaw against Naz Hillman, who's a great player, and I thought our perimeter defense was really good. We gave up a couple threes, and 2 at the wrong time, but I thought for the most part we guarded them pretty well. And, like I said, when you have a Burton, no matter what game you're playing, you got a chance to win, against a team as talented as Michigan and top 5 in the country for good reason. And, they're a really good team. But I thought our poise was good. We played with a lot of heart. We got the ball reversed. And, we just played together. And, we had a couple times opportunities to close it out. We're up 5, they stepped in bounds, hit a 3, and then we turned it over, and, they called it, and we fouled them. So, you want to close those things out when you have those chances. But to show the heart that we did in both overtimes, just really proud of this team. Yeah.
Julian Brown, career high 18 points today. Can you just speak a little bit to how she's been coming into her own the past 2 games over the year, how she's evolved?
Yeah, like she, is a great high school player in Michigan. So this is a game has a little bit, probably a little more meaning. And I thought the same thing when we were at Michigan State. I thought, she was trying a little bit too hard there. And today I thought she was just played with a lot of poise. And, she can, she's a gym rat, and you can see her getting better and better, getting more confident. She battled down there. We're playing her. She could be a point guard. We played her at power forward, small forward today. So, she really proud of her today. And hopefully that will, again, give her some confidence going into the second half of February.
So it's been about 6 years since you beat a top 5 program, and 40 years since you beat one that was ranked higher than 4th or 4th and higher. What do those numbers mean to your program?
I'm trying to, if that's the case, I don't know. I feel like, I remember beat Ohio State. They were 4th or 5th here. I don't know if that's. I remember that game vividly because a couple of our alumni are here today. Maggie Lyon, Maggie, they were all, part of a really good team. I feel like we've beaten a lot of top 10 teams, top 20 teams over the last 4 years. But you'd have to, like I said, you guys would have that type of info, really. And I think when people beat us now, it's a big thing. Because 2 years ago we won the Big Ten championship. We were ranked top 10 last year. We started out, went to the NCAA tournament. So, again, it's kind of flipped. We're a big game. People prepare for us, at a really high level. So we want to keep it that way. So, but appreciate that. I didn't know that. So, coaches kind of make up their own rankings anyway.
Coach, Michigan dealt you guys a tough blow a couple years ago in the Big Ten tournament. They gave you some trouble last year as well. How sweet does it feel to specifically have beaten them today?
Well, let me tell you, the last couple of years, these games have been incredible. The year we went 16-2, we won the Big Ten. We swept them in the regular season, and then they knocked us out of the Big Ten tournament. Last year, they swept us in the regular season, and we knocked them out of the Big Ten tournament. So, these have been just hard-fought, tough games, two really good teams, and a lot of respect for them. But they're big and physical. They defend, and these games over the last 3 years, even going back when V and them, Veronica and them were freshmen. I just had Abby Scheid here. She got hurt at Michigan, and we lost in overtime there on a ball that Jordan Hamilton put in and out, would have won the game. But these are just great battles. We fight them in recruiting. We fight them in trying to promote the Big Ten, two of the best teams.
You guys played a pretty clean game today. You guys had 13 turnovers in a double overtime game, and some recent losses. You've been talking about how you guys need to work on your passing. It's been a little bit deliberate, and how do you feel you guys did today in controlling?
Yeah, good point. Minnesota, we got sloppy with the ball, and we've been playing really well. We've been on the road. We're going to be on the road too. We're road warriors. But at Purdue and at Penn State last weekend, Friday, Sunday, I thought we took pretty good care of the ball. This Friday, Sunday, Minnesota, Michigan, we just laid an egg in Minnesota. As far as and they defended us pretty well. But today, I thought as much as Michigan semi-traps you and comes at you, they're long and they're big. They hedge you towards half court, they push you out. I thought we were able to get downhill too, and that was our goal. They can make you play this way instead of downhill. But I thought, either by passing or off dribble drives, we were able to get downhill.
Coming out of that quick turnaround for Minnesota on Friday, what were some adjustments you guys made coming into today's game?
Well, number one was getting to O'Hare. That was the biggest thing Friday night, and then it was -1 in Minneapolis, and then I think you just show pride. I think when we play Michigan, you don't have to really. All you got to do is tell them what time's the game, because these are great games that we've had. So our players are fired up. I thought the biggest thing was we didn't worry about. We just kind of let the Minnesota thing go. We didn't talk about it. We didn't watch the film because you really didn't. The turnaround was one day and playing at noon. So I think it was more just move on. I think our kids did a great job of not worrying about some of the mistakes that happened in Minnesota. So I think that's a good point. But really, like I said, they just came to play. The crowd was great today. It was electric, and it's how it should be here. That's why we got this great arena. It's built for college basketball. You could hear it today, and thanks to the fans that came out, man.
Coach, so for you mentioned that Michigan game a few years ago at the Chrysler Center where the Hamilton buzzer beater rimmed out. There were also some missed free throws down the stretch in some critical moments. In this game, seemed like a sort of similar setup to that game and a couple of the other games this year where there have been chances to win down the stretch. What was different about this one, do you think?
I think Burton said we're not going to lose. That's all. Pretty simple. She just said we're not going to lose. She said it in every huddle, every timeout, every overtime. She's still saying it, Like, she's that great a leader, actually. You're very blessed when you have to coach somebody like that because, they don't come along every day. And I think it was more her saying we're not going to lose this game. And I think Shaw's defense, even though we made, like I said, they hit a tough three. We turned it over and fouled. We probably could have got out of there. if we had defended those, maybe go ahead and win in regulation. But it's just toughness. She's just that tough. So, good question.
And then sort of leading off with that, the minutes are starting to mount for, any double overtime game. The minutes are obviously going to mount, but especially for her and Brown, have both played over 85 minutes in the past 2 games. Does that affect anything for the run-up to Indiana, or is it just, look, they're gonna have to play?
I'll tell you, I think a game like today, and you can tell just the feeling in our locker room and the crowd energized us. I feel like, they just want to play. They just want to play. I think, the 100-year-old adage is, coaches want to practice and players want to play. And that's pretty much, we want to prepare and practice it. Coaches love practice. These guys are like, Coach, when's the game, man? Let's go play a game. So hopefully that'll carry over. Indiana's really good, another top 10 team, of having a great run in the Big Ten. So, we're just going to play one at a time.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Is that true? I swore we had. I'm going to start counting. Because I have my own polls that I do in my head.
Yeah.
Really? So the last top 5 team we beat was Ohio State.
You have a bunch in between over number 5 teams over number 5.
Yeah.
But not.
All right. But I
Four
beat the
back.
number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, North Carolina. So I'm throwing that in today.
There you go.
I did. 1997. Okay. See if we can repeat that. Thank you.
Thank you.